Hi everyone, I'm Christian and this is Crypto Ripto, and today I'm going to give you crypto news and start off with Ethereum price chart. Ethereum's been trading sideways for the past, I think, about 3 weeks now. Since we rallied that all-time high where we reached well over 4k and we took that massive drop down correction, well, it was more than a correction, it was like a mini bear market, to over 50% drop. And now Ethereum is trading sideways around about the $2,500 mark, and it's positioned itself in this channel, which we'll go over in the Ethereum chart. Also in the video today, we're going to go over the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin's at that all important crossroads where it needs to start breaking the key resistances in order to pump up to the upside, or we could see a big rejection on Bitcoin and it could follow what we've been saying on this channel and on other news, the Wyckoff method, and continue on to the downside into the phase E situation. Obviously, we're all not wanting that. I'm personally bullish on Bitcoin and hoping that it will break through the resistances and break the trend and do a trend reversal and go into an uptrend. But let's go into the charts, have a look at Ethereum, have a look at Bitcoin. You can leave your comments below to see what you think and whether you agree with me or whether you have a different opinion. But if that sounds interesting to you, let's stay tuned and get into the video. Okay, so let's jump into the Ethereum chart and see what the price action, and I can show you what I mean by Ethereum has been trading sideways in the chart for the past few weeks now. So here you'll see Ethereum, we reached that all important rally here and we reached that important high of over $4,000 where everyone was euphoric and we was all excited and we thought Ethereum was going to fly up to about, people calling out the $10,000 mark, $8,000, $10,000. But obviously, as we know, the whole market had a correction. Well, a bit more of a correction actually. This is too long for a correction. This is more of kind of like a mini bear few weeks. A little mini bear market within a bull market. But since Ethereum had this bounce, it sort of rallied up and started trading in these channels. Now, we've had these channels on this chart for quite a while now, so we're seeing the resistance here up at around about $2,800, $2,900 ish, and we're seeing the support down at about 2,200. And this is a crucial time for Ethereum as well. You know, it's sort of bouncing, it's trying to pump sometimes, it's getting rejected at the kind of the 50-day moving average, then it gets rejected at the 200-day moving average, and it's sort of just trending sideways because, and I tell you one of the main reasons is, if you have a look at the bottom here, this is like the kind of Wyckoff kind of volume, so the volume spread analysis, which I'm a big fan of. It's the way the smart money kind of works, and you'll see here the when it crashed, kind of here we had the big money in, kind, so to speak, and then we sort of seen super, you see this is low normal volume, all the way to about here where we've seen high volume come in because people buying this big dip here, and then ever since we've seen no real volume come into Ethereum, and this is a problem. And the reason this is a problem because Ethereum's just going to be boring, it's just going to trade sideways, and we really want Ethereum to sort of break the mold and break up to give what's all our altcoins a rally. Now, obviously Bitcoin's the main coin and we'll get into the Bitcoin chart, but I think most of the people that trade in Bitcoin also hold altcoins, and we really need Ethereum to sort of, like, you know, start fighting strong for the bulls and for the altcoins. So I can see Ethereum trading sideways for a little longer yet. Definitely, I think, for the rest of this week. And as we know, weekends can be volatile with the retail money, so it'll be interesting to see on Friday, and I'll do another Ethereum price analysis on Friday, where Ethereum's going to go and how it's going to be, whether it's just going to trade within these moving averages and this kind of resistance channel that it's had. I'm not going to waffle you with any patterns or just try and force a pattern in there. This is a 4-hour candle and we're just going to take this chart for what it is. Now, technical analysis, charts and patterns on their own don't validate everything you need to know in the way the price action's moving. We need to see what volume's coming in, what news is coming in, and this is what I combined in all of my research. I like to see the volume, the way the smart money is moving. I like to see the way the retail money, we won't call it dumb money on this channel, we'll call it retail money, is moving. And I also like to see also what's going on in the news, and there's nothing really major standing out for Ethereum at the moment. So Ethereum, we're not going to push it, we're not going to try and look for stuff that's not there. We're just seeing Ethereum's going to be a little bit boring for a little longer yet, and just trade in these channels definitely for the foreseeable future, for the next few days. So we'll move on to the Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's a little bit more exciting. So as everyone knows, Bitcoin got to that all important 40k mark, but has not done anything great since then, and it's been trading around about the 40k to the 49,000 now for the last I'd say about 3 or 4 days. Well, since Sunday really. And you can see here it's got up to the 200-day moving average, and it's sort of hit a resistance there. And this is the 50-day moving average coming in, and this is what people call in the big D cross. Now, if this D cross happens, it can put a lot of fear into the market. I don't personally believe that. I don't personally believe that I'll be trading a D cross. I won't be trading anything on the back of that, but it does put a lot of fear into the market. Now, also with Bitcoin, you can see there's not a lot of volume coming in. We had a little tiny bit there to get us on the rally on the 9th of June, but again, this is not even like super high volume. This is just a above normal volume. So you'll see here the green's the normal volume and the blue is below normal. So this is low, normal, and above normal, and this is kind of very high and ultra. Now, the reason I have these on is because this is the way the smart money works, and this is what I sort of track and trace. So for instance, Bitcoin needs to get into this key kind of box area here. This box area is really key, because it's like this is where a lot of the resistance is. We don't want this D cross to happen. We need this to sort of rally up more and sort of break these levels here to start getting high and reach that all important milestone of 50,000. The top of this box is about 43,600, and the bottom of the box is about 41,500. So we really need Bitcoin to start, booking its ideas up and pumping its way up into that kind of channel. Otherwise, if you've been watching some of my other channels, Bitcoin could be falling into this kind of breakaway area here, which is phase E of the Wycroft. And you can see I drew this kind of line in yesterday, and you'll see it on yesterday's video, and you'll see the dailies hitting off the bottom of this line pretty much as we predicted. Now, obviously this was just my trend analysis, and this is what I was looking at for an estimation if we're going to go into phase E, or if we're going to break and reverse trend and Bitcoin breaks up to the higher. Now, this trend can be broken any time in this phase, and this will invalidate this marker here. So it's not all doom and gloom for Bitcoin at the moment, but what I would say is we would air caution. I wouldn't be taking any long or short trades on Bitcoin at this moment in time, because we don't know where Bitcoin's going to flip to and how Bitcoin's going to react to what we was looking at on here, to these moving averages, and there's no volume, no one's buying, no one's coming in. There's still, if we look at the fear and greed index, there's still fear in the market. You can see here there's still kind of fear, and it's going backwards. Yesterday there was a little bit less fear, there's a little bit more fear in the market today. So we need to see this sort of move a little as well. So we like to see the market get to a bit more of a neutral stage, a bit more volume coming in on Bitcoin, and to see Bitcoin rally up a bit more. So this then will start flipping. At the moment, it's just being boring and trading sideways, as is Ethereum. Now, you can leave a comment, leave a comment below, leave likes on, or whatever it is you want to comment on. if you agree with me, that's great. If you don't, obviously everyone's entitled to their opinion, but this is just me looking at fundamentals, technical analysis, and literally sticking to the basics of volume spread analysis. We're looking at the volume coming in, we're looking at the spread of the chart, and we're analysing it, and we're looking at how the footprints are being left within the kind of technical analysis. Now, some people are a fan of technical analysis and some people are not. I'm personally a big fan of it because like I say, I believe the market's manipulated by the smart money still, and I believe that the smart money movements are left a print within the charts, and this is why my charts are set up a little differently to a lot of people's. Not a lot of people you see will have the different kind of volume bars at the bottom. Not a lot of people have the kind of color candles that I have, kind of to see when the sell and buy movements are coming in and if they're relating or correlating to the volume and how the spread's working. If we're looking at market tops, if we're looking at market bottoms, if we're looking at an exhausted market, if we're looking at an excitable market, you need to take all these considerations into account when you're actually going to put your hard-earned money on the line. Now, you can listen to a lot of FUD, you can listen to a lot of FOMO. The news is quite important, but only if it's validated news. What I mean by validated news is validated news with tangible background. For instance, Elon Musk tweeting something is validated because a lot of people listen to him. A lot of bots are set up to trade on his news, which not a lot of people know. And also there's a lot of weight that goes in behind that news. Whereas if you just listen to a couple of YouTubers or you go into these forums and just listen to these happy amateurs talking about, oh, Bitcoin's going to 20k, Bitcoin's going to 10k, which they've been saying has been happening now for the last 2 months, you're going to sort of be all over the place and not get wrecked. So let's calm the FUD down, let's calm the FOMO down, and let's just literally stick to facts and stick to what the charts are saying. And because the charts are the price action. Do you know what I mean? If the charts are moving up, the price is moving up. If the charts are moving down, the price is moving down. It's not rocket science. The only thing that comes in with the difficult part is we try and outsmart and predict the market. So that's what we try and do on here. But there's a lot of clever people out there. So that's all for the price today. Obviously, Ethereum's trading sideways, being a little bit boring. Bitcoin's still in that kind of limbo stage where it needs to break through that kind of resistance area that's been holding it up for so long, and not go into the phase E trend of this Wyckoff thing that has been playing out absolutely perfectly, in my opinion. And we want to see Bitcoin break up. So it's just a case of, I wouldn't take any long or short trades at the moment. Sit tight, enjoy a little bit of downtime, and just keep an eye on the markets, on the information. Slap a like and subscribe and bell notification to this channel so you can keep updated on the price and action that's coming. I look at a lot of the top technical analysis people on YouTube in the market, and I look at what's correlating to, how mine's correlating to what they're saying, and I look at the top trend. If my information and my technical analysis was not the same as the top 5, top 10%, it's not going to be the same, but I mean in similar avenues and similar kind of outlook to what they were saying, then I'd have to relook at what I'm doing. But I look at my trend analysis, and I'd say the top 5 people that I believe in the market and in the influencer industry that get it right, my trends tend to follow them. The only thing that's different on mine is I put a lot more emphasis on the smart money. I come from a different background. I don't come from an influencer background or anything like that. I come from a financial trading background of how the smart money works. I spend a lot of my time looking about how the manipulation, how the smart money works, not so much the FUD, the FOMO and guess, just exactly how we need to look at these charts and how the kind of movements come in. Now, I know a lot of people like all the acronyms like the dead cat bounce, the relief rallies, and the double top, the double bottom, inverse head and shoulders and all that shit. And we all do that. And we do all that on here, but we only do it when it's valid. We don't look for a pattern. We highlight a pattern if it is playing out to that way. But we don't keep switching timelines just to look for a pattern so we've got something to talk about. If nothing's there, then we won't talk about anything. Anyway, my name's Christian, this has been Crypto Ripto. Hope you've enjoyed it, and as always, trade smart, trade safe, and don't get wrecked.